writing, directing, it's one of those things where you don't see yourself in front. I was thinking about the whole story, more so than being a person in the light. And I had to come to the realization, because I had a teacher basically who taught that a director needs to be able to know how to talk to actors, how to ask questions when you're dealing with actors. And so as I started to ask those questions, I found myself wanting to answer them. Found myself wanting to go through that exploration. And so I found it in my own way.
That's probably really helpful in acting because you can kind of direct yourself in a way.
You always have to direct yourself.
Wow.
So when you said it, it was like, you know what? That would be good if that happened one day. I think this is one of those really, really special moments, in history and art, where things just sort of come together in a way that you can't explain.
Yeah, I saw you say that Black Panther is a cultural moment. I think your exact quote was, "We're not remembering breaking the color barrier or how funk was created, but we are living this." Can you elaborate on that a little?
Yeah, this is, I hesitated to say this before we got here because we didn't know whether we had a good movie. We didn't know how people were going to respond to it. But just seeing how people have bought out theaters, before they've ever seen it. They haven't even seen what the movie is. You've seen it.
Saw it last night.
Yeah. They haven't even seen what the movie is. And in some ways, when you're seeing like the Black Panther Challenge, which Fred T. Joseph started, they're living up to some of the ideas of the movie when they do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's historic.
Yeah.
This is history being created. In those other movies I was doing, we were remembering the past.
Mm-hmm.
We were looking back at history. This is a very, very present moment that takes us into what could be a different future. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't get mad if a cop unjustly stopped me because I was Black.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I could pray for you, and I feel like I can look at where your heart needs to be changed. Honor your father and your mother that your days may be long. To be young, gifted, and Black. We all know what it's like to be told that there is not a place for you to be featured, yet you are young, gifted, and Black. We know what it's like to be told to say there's not a screen for you to be featured on, a stage for you to be featured on. We know what it's like to be the tail and not the head. We know what it's like to be beneath and not above. And that is what we went to work with every day, because we knew not that we would be around during award season or that it would make $1 billion, but we knew that we had something special that we wanted to give the world, that we could be full human beings in the roles that we were playing, that we could create a world that exemplified a world that we wanted to see. We knew that we had something that we wanted to give. And one thing I do know, but did it change the industry? I know that you can't have a Black Panther now without a 2 on it. I know personally that your generosity extends past what you have given on the stage and screen. Many of you already know the story that Mr. Washington, when asked by Felicia Rashad to join her in assisting 9 theater students from Howard University who had been accepted to a summer acting program at the British Academy of Dramatic Acting in Oxford, he gracefully and privately agreed to contribute. As fate would have it, I was one of the students that he paid for. Imagine receiving a letter that your tuition for that summer was paid for and that your benefactor was none other than the dopest actor on the planet. I have no doubt that there are similar stories at boys and girls clubs and theaters and churches across the country where I know you have also inspired and motivated others. An offering from a sage and a king is more than silver and gold. It is a seed of hope, a bud of faith. There is no Black Panther without Denzel Washington. And not just because of me, but my whole cast, that generation stands on your shoulders. The daily battles won, the 1,000 territories gained, the many sacrifices you made for the culture on film sets through your career, the things you refused to compromise along the way, laid the blueprints for us to follow. And so now, let he who has watered be watered. Let he who has given be given too. It is an honor to now know you, to learn from you, and join in this work with you. May God bless you exceedingly and abundantly more in what's in store than he ever has before. God bless you.